come down, then we zigzag back up. Us Maidan pe we sort of join it somewhere over there and then go in. As opposed to going through the river.
Ghost khayenge.
Ghost.
For these people, trekking is not just a sport, it's a way of life. It's about living in the midst of nature in a hidden country of rivers, lakes and glaciers. It's about working as a team, rising above class divides, and above all, it's about spending time alone in the mountains. But that's just one side of the story. For these people, trekking is about employment. As high-altitude porters and guides, these men manage 5 or 6 treks a year. They often climb to heights above 7,000 meters, among the most wild and rugged terrains in the world. For Hassan, Yasir and Ali, this trek began with a 26-hour public bus ride along the famed Karakoram highway from Islamabad to Karimabad, the capital of Hunza. Once there, they left paved roads for off-road dirt tracks to the Shimshal village, the starting point of the trek proper. After meeting the guide Mehdi, the team chalked out a plan for the trek. While not heading into virgin territory, these trekkers were taking on a route that had been tackled just 9 times in the past. Marking out a route across the Braldu, Simgang and Biafo glaciers from Shimshal to Askole near Skardu, the team was looking at 200 kilometers of harsh terrain ahead of them. The next day, the journey began. Starting out on a deceptively straightforward terrain, the team made their way up and across dangerously unreliable scree slopes towards the Shimshal Pass, which lay another 3 days away. The view was spectacular. The second day began with very steep descents. Despite that, the team ascended over 2,500 feet by the end of the day's climb. Here, almost 5 kilometers above sea level, Sabit, Eid Mohammed and the rest of the group felt the contentment which comes with having the world at their feet. Yaks, the primary livestock of the Shimshalis, were needed to help cross the river raging out of the Braldu glacier. The following day, accompanied by these mighty beasts of burden and bread, the team reached the Shimshal Pass.
हम वो पास करके आए, ये देखें आप, वहाँ से यूं करके नीचे उतर, पहले ऊपर चढ़े, फिर नीचे उतरे, फिर इस पहाड़ पे चढ़े, फिर नीचे आए, फिर आग में से गुजरे, यहाँ पे आए, फिर दरिया में से गुजरे, दरिया में 3 दफा गुजरे वैसे हम, ये 4 दफा बल्कि ये बात सही है, 5 दफा, फिर हमने जंगली याक्स को काबू में किया अपने.
A vast expanse of green meadows with turquoise lakes, the pass rises above an altitude of 15,000 feet. The villagers of Shimshal bring their yaks and other livestock here to graze and spend the summer months in this pasture village. For Hassan, Yasir and the rest of the group, the real trek began here.
सामने से आप देख रहे हैं ये ब्रल्दू पास का रिवर आ रहा है जो सीधे आके चाइना की तरफ जाता है. इस साइड पे उल्टे हाथ पे आपको चाइना की वैली नज़र आ रही है. ऊपर जो है ना ब्रल्दू की वैली नज़र आ रही है.
To get to the Braldu in the next valley, the team had to cross the only river that flows out of Pakistan, and they had to build a bridge to do it.
अभी यहाँ पे होना ये है कि हम लोग इधर तक पहुँचे पानी तक, लेकिन आयरन रोप जो है वो हमारी उस तरफ रह चुकी है. अभी हमने याक्स के ज़रिए दरिया को क्रॉस करना है. 2 बंदे या 3 बंदे हम जाएंगे उस तरफ, उधर से फिर अगर मुमकिन हो इन्होंने क्रॉस कर लिया तो फिर मुमकिन है कि हम क्रॉस कर सकेंगे, अदरवाइज़ मुश्किल है. कैसा लग रहा है?
लग रहा है ठीक है, इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. हाँ मुमकिन है, अगर ये यॉक्स ने वापस नहीं आया तो फिर हम क्रॉस करेंगे.
सबने देखना है राजी किस तरह बैठ रहा है, ठीक है?
अब राजी सवार हो जाएगा
और सर बचा के, हाथ बचा के, हाथ इसके ऊपर नहीं होना चाहिए,
इसके ऊपर नहीं होना चाहिए,
सर जो है ना इसके करीब नहीं होना चाहिए,
हाथ इधर नहीं होना चाहिए।
After a number of painfully cold river crossings, the Braldu loomed ahead. Because of the glacier's movements, the terrain is covered with loose sand and rocks that constantly slip beneath the feet. The team scrambled up to the top of the moraine for a better view. Here, with the glacier spread before him, Hassan couldn't help but express his reasons for being there. But those who call these landscapes home see them with a different view.
बस मैं आपके आप लोग बहुत खुशकिस्मत है कि आप लोगों के पास ऐसे एरिया है, लेकिन इसी एरिया से हमें इस वक्त तक हमें कोई भी फ़ायदा नहीं, खाली पहाड़ ही पहाड़, मतलब ऐसा कोई फ़ायदा नहीं कि जो हम इससे फ़ायदा हम उठा सके।
नहीं ये बात ज़िंदगी तो सख्त है यहाँ यकीनन, मतलब ये हम तो आते हैं नज़ारे देख के चले जाते हैं, मगर आते हैं 12 महीने रहते हैं। मगर मेरी बात अपनी जगह है कि मतलब ऐसे नज़ारे आपको दुनिया में बहुत कम नज़र आएंगे, मतलब ये तो मानना पड़ेगा।
After 2 exhausting days trekking across the Braldu Glacier, the team approached the high camp of Lukkila, a mountain pass surrounded by snow. After descending down the other side into the rugged beauty of Baltistan's glacial areas, the trek was near its end. While the worst was over, another 100 kilometers over 2 treacherous glaciers remained ahead. They had to traverse the heavily crevassed Simgang, popularly known as Snow Lake, and the Biafo, one of the biggest glaciers in the Karakorams. Exhausted but elated, they made their way towards civilization, their bruised feet reminders of what they had achieved. As they soon discovered, 4 roadblocks on the way to Skardu meant miles of walking remained to be done.
तुम्हारा ट्रैक कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, मैं नहीं कंसीव करूंगा कि तुम
But while they were craving the comfort of a warm bed and warmer food, they knew the mountains they were leaving behind would call them back next year. For Mehdi, Hidayat and the other porters, however, things were different. They had learnt on the radio that 2 of their friends and fellow mountain guides had died on K2. They would return to the rugged landscapes they call home, suffering the loss of childhood friends, to fatal risks they knew they would always have to face to provide for themselves and their families. The mountains, that are breathtaking adventures for those who can choose, mean home, hardship and fear for those who have no choice. Sharbanu Sayyed, Geo English, Shimshal.